I think about 2020 and this year. Obviously, there's lots of ups and downs, but one of the things that was most precious to me was when quarantine hit and we had our kids with us at home all day. I just really cherished that time. I know it wasn't always easy, and sometimes I obviously wish I could ship them off to school, but at the same time, spending that time with them and just getting to be invested in their education even more than we had been in the past, and reading books with them more so, and really just helping them learn and grow. It was just so special, and I really, really value that time with my kids. And I know that that's a time that I would never have been able to really have in that quantity in any other season. And so it was very special for me, and I just really, really cherish that. And I'm so thankful for my family and thankful for my wonderful kids. And I'm so proud of them, the way they've grown in this season and how we've come closer as a family, and especially during that time of quarantine. One other thing I'm thankful for is that of all the years that you would think that we wouldn't be able to go full-time working at the church, this was the year that God chose to provide for us to be able to take a full-time salary from the church so that we could just focus and minister here at Summit Church. Jeremy obviously has worked so hard and so long, doing two jobs for 7 years now since we first moved to Arizona, and it's been a real blessing to work for ASOM, but at the same time, this was the year God allowed us to be able to step down from that role so that he could just focus on the calling here at Summit Church. And I just look back and I thought at the beginning of the year when COVID hit that there was no way that this would be the year we'd be able to do that. And yet God is so faithful, and I'm so grateful to him for his provision. One of the things I'm really thankful for this year was even just the way that God provided for the church. I remember at the beginning of the year, we had a few goals. One of them was to renovate the sanctuary, especially get the AC installed. That had been on the list for a while. And another goal we had was to go online and to have online services being offered. And both of those seemed so daunting, so huge. And I had no idea how we were going to get both of those accomplished. And yet, when COVID hit, it was incredible how both of those things very quickly became a reality. Obviously, in the moment, it was not as quick, but at the same time, I look back and I'm like, God did it. He helped us, and he gave us the tools that we needed to be able to go and stream our services online. He helped us to be able to get our renovations done. I remember one miracle was when we were trying to get to the end of renovating the sanctuary, and it had been a couple months and the sanctuary, everything was just a mess, but we needed to get the electrical in. It was really the last thing, and we didn't really have the expertise for that. A lot of the other things Jeremy had been able to do on his own, or we knew people that could help, and we just really were stuck on the electrical part, and we didn't really know who to ask. And I just prayed, God, help us to find someone that knows enough about electrical that they can help us install these lights. And it was amazing. We went to Home Depot and we were buying some supplies, and we just happened to run into Rick from Teen Challenge, and just that week or the week before, he had gotten one of the guys that had come into the ranch that had a lot of experience in electrical, and it was just God's timing and it was God's favor. And again, a few weeks back, he wasn't there, but God brought him at just the right time, and God was able to help us finish up those renovations. And I'm just so blessed when I look at what he's done this year and how far he's brought us as a church.